Good morning, friends. Happy Labor Day. I hope you all had an awesome weekend and had time with family and friends and had some good weather to enjoy. I had a wonderful time with friends here at Barrow Bay and heading back soon to see my family and my daughter and all my friends in Windsor. So really looking forward to that as well. This morning we are continuing on in our plan of faith that works when life doesn't. We are on day 10. So grab your coffee, your Bibles, your journals, your tablets, whatever it is that you need. Open up your hearts, open up your minds, and let's see what the Word has for us today and our author of this plan, Rick Warren, has in store for us. We are reading out of James again, chapter 2, verse 22. So 222, there has to be some significance there. You see, his faith and his actions worked together. His actions made his faith complete. Faith without actions is dead, friends. So, where are we? Surrender what you can't control. To make it through times of crisis with your emotional health intact, you'll need to learn how to control what's controllable and trust God for the rest. God is active in your mental, spiritual, and emotional health. He wants you to make wise choices based on His guidance from the Bible and through prayer. And then, when you encounter something out of your control, you can surrender it to God and trust Him to work it out for good. There is a great example of this in the Bible with Abraham. You see that his faith and his actions were working together, and his faith was made complete by what he did, which is the verse we just read out of James 2, verse 22. It's easy to go to extremes with this. For instance, you can say it's all up to God and become passive to the point where you do nothing. On the other hand, you can act like God doesn't play a part in your life and assume everything depends on you. Both extremes are wrong. Maintaining good physical health, for example, is about balance. The same is true with emotional health. Find a balance that helps you recognize what's in your control and then make wise decisions based on God's guidance as you read His Word and talk to Him in prayer. And learn to let go of those things that only God can handle. In the movie The Lord of the Rings, there's a moment where Frodo complains about all the evil and pain in the world. He says to Gandalf, "I wish none of this had happened." You may have said the same thing recently. Gandalf wisely responds to Frodo and says, "So do all who live to see such times, but that is not for them to decide. All we have to decide is what to do with the time that is given to us." How true that is. All you have to do is decide what to do with the time that is given to you. There are a lot of things in your life you can't control. You can't control what happens during a pandemic or crisis and how the government and other people handle it. You can't control the circumstances of life, but you can choose how you will respond, and that will make all the difference. God is always there to help you make that choice. And our Talk It Over questions for this morning to reflect on: what are the uncontrollable things in your life that have caused you stress because you've been trying to control them? Why do you think God gave you the ability to make decisions and control some aspects of your life? Oh, I'm really liking these questions. There's, certainly they speak to me. far as what are the uncontrollable things in your life that have caused you stress because you've been trying to control them. I've had a few things in my life that, you know, it seems the harder I try to control them, like, you know, just maybe getting back into a really good structure and just routine with my eating and my rest and my exercise. Although I do all of them probably 80% of the time, which I should probably be satisfied with. I wish I, you know, could do all of them 80% of the time. I think I'll do one thing really well and the other thing won't be so good, and then I would just like to put it all together. So it seems the more I try to control that, the less I'm able to control that. And same with, you know, just my future and my just my plan for my business and for my just financial independence. Again, it seems each time I try to control that, the further away I get from being in control of that, because I have to trust that God is going to always provide for me. And I do, but it's funny how we are just so programmed to take control over certain things. And although we can't be passive and we can't expect God to do it all for us, if we partner with Him, if we, you know, again, we are co-creators with God. So if we consult Him and if we follow Him and we just kind of are attuned to where He's leading us, then we can trust that He will provide and He will open the right doors for me when He wants me to walk through them. He's been doing that all of my life. So I can't stop trusting that He's going to continue to do that, and I won't stop trusting that. Do I get weary sometimes? You bet I do. Yeah, I do. But that's the human in me, and that's the human in all of us. But I do come back to my faith and my trust that all things will work out for my good and for His glory. So I just I surrender control. I control the things I can control, and I surrender the rest to God and trust that He's got it. He's working all things out for my good. So there you go. That's our day 10 of this plan and kicking off this week as we continue on. So enjoy your last day off for this Labor Day weekend, and I will see you all tomorrow morning for day 11 of a faith that works when life doesn't. I love you all. Have an awesome day. See you in the morning.